Welcome to the 100,000 Reasons for Gratitude. Please join me as we look at life through a lens of happiness. In today's episode, I am grateful for the divinely aligned community that surrounds me. When we remember the episode where we were being grateful for how we're able to see the beauty in another and the better side of another. You remember how we talked about that's the way to live? It feels better. Everything becomes almost like the lens through which you view life is perfected. And when I use the word perfected, I mean in the context of divine perfection, through which the eyes that our Creator, the divine, sees us as perfectly, beautifully, and wonderfully made creations. And it's not just man, but every creation, meaning animals, plants, every single thing is beautifully and wonderfully created. So when we are using that lens to live and love, we're able to look at life from this amazing perspective where in every place that you are, it is divinely aligned. Divinely aligned because we do know that there is no imperfection, there is no chance, there is no randomness in the universe. There is an order and harmony that exists. And within that harmony and order, we're able to see the context that wherever you are at that particular moment in that environment, within that area, it's divinely aligned. And hence, by using the word community, what I refer to is everything that surrounds you. In biology and ecology, community is a different variety or group of species that live within one location, right? So here we're not only focusing on your fellow human, we're literally looking at everything that surrounds you. That's the lens with which we're giving gratitude for. And one thing that every time for me just fascinates me is the concept that what you experience is a reflection of within. What you experience is a reflection of your within. And to imagine that absolutely all the experience that you're having, however you'd want to define it, like it's based on the lens with which you view everything. Meaning that if within you feel and know that everything is divinely aligned, then I imagine then we are able to look at everything from the eyes of, oh, this is divinely aligned. This particular action, this particular moment, this particular individual I meet, every single thing is divinely aligned. From that perspective, we're able to see how order and harmony exist in the universe. Because have you ever had a scenario where you had an interaction with a person and you leave that interaction contemplating and you're like, yes, I was meant to see that person. I was meant to have that conversation. How amazing. Most times we end up branding it as, oh, that's just just a coincidence. But if we look at it from divine aligness, we realize, oh, wow, it is not a coincidence. You were meant to meet that person, have that interaction, get the insight you were to get the knowledge you were to get, or even most times it's a knowledge on your own self, and then now use it. Use it to align yourself better, right? Divinely align yourself more. So within our community, the intention is to be able to divinely align ourselves more. So that it's a journey where it's a discovery, here comes this moment, maybe you're in contemplation, and at that moment you remember our episode on glimmers, and you have that absolute perfect moment. The sun rays are just hitting your room well, and you are in awe at God's magnificent creation. And at that point you're looking at that sunbeam and feeling an immense radiation of happiness or joy or love or peace. It is divinely aligned. And how to make it even more amazingly divinely aligned is, what if after that glimmer I go forth in that radiation I've received and I give it to everything around me? If you're even alone within that moment when you're experiencing that glimmer, I feel like we could do something where you even talk to everything around you and you're like, I am so grateful for this amazing, amazing universe that surrounds me and the opportunity to uniquely express myself and to enjoy the unique expressions of everything else, or whichever version of decree you'd want to give, one that's absolutely filled with the radiation, the divine radiation you've received. I like that perspective because it brings in the concept of being in the moment. And as we had mentioned earlier, that God is God is present in the moment. And if we're able to be as present as possible, I feel like there's so much we can see, because most times when our perspectives are either in the past or the future, the present passes by. The present is barely recognized. The present is no longer the focus, the focal point of anything in our existence. And at that moment, we lose a lot, because if all life exists in the present, and from the present is where you create, then how about we use that present moment and we create absolute magic, so that even that future that we are worried about just becomes magnificent, because at the present moment you have created that future already by divinely aligning yourself. And from the energy of being divinely aligned, I feel like if as an individual you are divinely aligned, meaning that your energy, your feelings, your thoughts, your aura is just emanating the cosmic radiation of divine virtues, we tend to reflect that on everything around us. You will reflect it on any person next to you. You will reflect it on every single thing, even the room. You just, everything seems to glow and just be there for you, because of the ray of the beacon that you are for the immense opportunity for blessings. What if we viewed each area, every moment where you are now. If you could take a look around at where you are now, just look at it and be grateful for divine alignment. The community, as we have said, community refers, in this case, we're referring to every single thing next to you, the table, the chair, the glass. For instance, for me, I'm in my living room. Every single thing that is here, I want to start viewing it in the eyes of divine alignment. Hence, I am at the right place, at the right time, at the right moment, in the right conditions, doing the right thing. How amazing does that feel as you think about it and as you say it? I'll tell you, for me, it feels amazing. I literally feel charged up to be a bubble of love. As we leave this episode, as we end it, as we contemplate this day or week and whichever place you're listening from, I'd want to leave us with this. When we love another, it is the love of God to us, and the love of God through us. For me, I call this the three love power. Love in threes, meaning the minute you choose to love, first of all, what you're having is the love of God in its magnitude, the love of the divine. Number two, you at that moment, you're also having the love of the divine to you yourself. And thirdly, you're also having the experience of the love of God or the divine through you. So whenever you project that amazing love that you are, whenever you channel that love into anything and everything around you within your divinely aligned community, remember that it has the power of three. And that's amazing love power for sure. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Bye.